What's up guys, Fogor here, and before I talk about the video or anything at all, let me just clear up the fact that I'm playing on my cousin's Lego account, which is why my gamertag shows up as Saberwolf, and he's playing on my account because so he's singed. So when I refer to myself as Folgor, I'm talking about him. I'm not being a douchebag and referring to myself as in the third person. I just wanted to clear that up. The reason why I'm doing a video on Rengar is because of the last video I did on Kha'Zix. I feel like I didn't do a great job in describing how different he is as an assassin from Rengar. So the only logical course of action was to actually make a video on Rengar and kind of show the similarities and differences between the two. So first of all, I'm going to talk about Rengar's passive. It's called Unseen Predator. And basically, Unseen Predator, what it does is, when an enemy goes into a bush, you basically bounce on top of them, and you can attack them, and you do extra damage, like so. And it's just a great passive to keep up with targets. And I'm sorry, Ev. I'm sorry. You just, as long as you keep going into bushes, you're not gonna make it, Eve. And she doesn't. So the passive itself is very different from Kha'Zix's passive. It still has a lot of value as an assassin. I mean, personally, I like Kha'Zix's passive better, but I feel like when it comes to chasing targets, Rengar definitely has the upper hand. And right here, under the turret, just Fulgor just taking hits like a boss. And right here, I'm trying to bait Jax, and so I can jump on him, but he just makes like a weird jump. So whatever, we still pick up the kill. So it's all good. Now, Rengar's Q is called Savagery, and mechanically it's very different. It's very different from Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix, you have to press the Q and click on the champion you want to attack. Whereas Rengar, it's sort of like it passively, you press the Q and it passively gives your next basic attack the damage. I feel more comfortable. I'm one of those people that feels more comfortable using it like the way Rengar uses it instead of Kha'Zix. I don't like the whole clicking thing. I think it's a waste of time, and in very tight spots, it could actually mean the difference between actually living through the situation or not. But whatever. His W is called Battle Roar, and basically it gives Rengar armor, and I believe it damages enemies, but it's just insignificantly. It's just not very good. It's a good ability for sustain, but it's not offensive at all, so it shouldn't be used offensively. You should keep it and use it when you have like 5 people on you on a team fight, or when you're trying to run away. Rengar's E is called Bola Strike, and basically the Bola Strike is sort of a you basically slow the targets. You slow them down, and then you can catch up on the target and just finish them off. It's just a very straightforward ability, very similar to Malphite's Q. So not a lot to talk about there. Now here, Rengar's ultimate, and this is where I draw the line between Rengar and Kha'Zix. Rengar's ultimate is called Thrill of the Hunt. I know, great name. And basically what it does is Rengar goes invisible for a few seconds, and then he can jump like that on his enemy on a big radius. I believe it's a bigger radius than his passive allows, so it's really good at finishing off targets and double kill. And it's just awesome. You also gain a movement speed, so I guess in that sense it's very similar to Kha'Zix. It's very similar to Kha'Zix in the sense that you become invisible, therefore untargetable, and you gain a movement speed. However, Kha'Zix can go invisible a couple of times for a few seconds, whereas Rengar goes invisible a single time, but for a longer period of time. So that's where I kind of draw the line. Personally, I like Rengar's ult better than Kha'Zix, but Kha'Zix's ult does come with the benefits that he can upgrade abilities. Now, here's another similarity with Kha'Zix. Rengar can also, quote-unquote, empower his abilities. He doesn't use mana, he doesn't use energy, he uses nothing, so his abilities are free of cost. However, when you do cast an ability, see those 4 gray bars? Basically, when you cast an ability, you gain a stack. Once you have 5 stacks, you can do an enhanced version of one of your abilities. And unlike Kha'Zix, when you use Kha'Zix's ultimate to upgrade an ability, that upgrade is permanent, which means you don't have to like do anything else. You just got the ability, and now it's all powerful and stuff. Whereas Rengar, you can only empower an ability once you have 5 stacks, and once you use that ability using the 5 stacks, it goes back to 0 stacks, and you have to refill it again. That sounds kind of okay. I mean, it's not terrible, but I do feel like in that sense, Kha'Zix has a better customization when it comes to the character, and it's really hard to get into the mindset that when you're using Rengar of in split seconds to choose which ability you should use. And right here, I should have gone for Jax. However, my ultimate was on cooldown, so I miss out on Jax. However, it's all right. Eve is here. And I remember this, I missed completely. I used my ultimate way too late, and as a result, I didn't get Eve, and I had to bail. So I'm gonna talk about the empowered abilities of Rengar. Basically, when you use your Q and with 5 stacks, you do a lot more damage. So there's that. It's basically. Oh, by the way, I should say, you do in order to get the maximum damage output, you should max out your Q and use it after a basic attack, due to the fact that it does reset the attack timer. So that being said, the enhanced version of the Q does an insane amount of damage. The enhanced version of the W, aka Battle Roar, basically heals Rengar. It gives the previous benefits of Battle Roar, but it also heals Rengar for a small portion of, and it's not by any means any sort of real substance, but it will get Rengar through the fight. So it's really important to use it when you're running away or when you get focused out in a fight. Let me just say that. The enhanced version of Bola Strike, also the E, basically roots the target in place for a few seconds, sort of like a snare, with a very short duration, I guess I should say, and causes, like Bola Strike does damage. I don't believe it causes increased damage. I believe it just roots the target in place, but it's actually very good as a form of crowd control. And oh, right here I got owned. I should have baited Lux into the bushes, kind of like my territory. Sorry, and I just get killed by Gangplank, who had the shield, so I basically stood no chance. But no fear, Bulgor is here. Nice ult on 6. And look at this, just focusing down Gangplank. Gangplank is getting way too confident. He's walking through the minefield. I'm sorry, Gangplank, you're not gonna make it. And Eve, the whole time, Eve is trying to assassinate Singe instead of 6. But look at right here, Adhesive right in front of the spawn. Get flinked back, and then just poison, and then here comes 6 and picks up the kill. That was pretty pro. That was very nice and very retarded from Evelyn. No offense if you're watching this video, dude. Basically, the other special thing about Rengar is, like Victor, he does get a specific item only for Rengar. So you can go in the store, you won't find this item for anybody except for Rengar. The item is called Bone Tooth Necklace, and if you look at my items, it's the second item from left to right. Now, Bone Tooth Necklace, let me just start by saying the way it works is the more kills you get stacks on Bone Tooth Necklace, and the more stacks you get different effects. So you get a few stacks and then you get movement speed, then you get a few stacks and then you get attack, and then you get a few stacks and then you can refresh the stacks on, so you can enhance your abilities more. So Bone Tooth Necklace overall is very cost efficient. It's one of those items that it's very cheap, and the result of you using the item constantly and just putting stacks on it, it's definitely very cost efficient. I mean, I can't say how good this item is. I don't think it's necessary for Rengar, but it's actually very useful on Rengar. And look at me just being a noob and just completely trying to fight Jackson and Gangplank. It's like I said, it's very cost efficient, and the benefits you get for the price are very good. I know I sound like a woman at a mall right now, but that's true, and you should actually get this item. Bone Tooth Necklace. Eventually, if you look at the picture, it's kind of like purplish. Once you max out, and oh, look at Evelyn. This is where Rengar shines in the like bushes, just dead. And eventually, when you max out Bone Tooth Necklace, it's gonna go red. So I recommend. I don't know if it's maxed out already. I don't think so, but you will notice the picture of the item will change, and that's how you know you maxed out Bone Tooth Necklace. And Gangplank, just get out of here, man. Like, seriously, that was dumb. Now, Rengar, here's where I draw the line between Rengar and Kha'Zix. Oh, and I remember this. Look at this. This is just biggest noob. I should have turned around since I had Kale's ult and fought Jax, but I didn't for whatever reason. I think I was clicking away and I didn't see Kale actually put the ult on me, so that was completely my bad. Kale was just trying to be a good teammate and helping me out, and I completely threw it out the window. So I'm sorry if you're watching this, man. Now here's where I draw the line. Rengar focuses more in the minion, specifically due to the fact that I'm playing the minion. He should roam and just kind of pick off targets in the outer ring, like where I am right now, the outer ring by the health relics, with this area filled with bushes, so that he can trigger his passive. Remember, bushes are good. That's what she said. And when he does that, you can do stuff like this. Now, I want to defend my point. I'm not going to attack her. I'm going to go into the bush and activate my passive. And Evelyn is just going to melt. If she would have turned around and tried to fight me, maybe her and Gangplank could take me on, but she didn't. And now I have full stacks against Gangplank. 6 does KS me, but whatever. It's all about capping and minions, so I'm not very upset. And as of now, I believe I maxed out the Bone Tooth necklace. I think I had at this point, 12 kills and 4 deaths. So I'm pretty fat right now. And when it comes to items, I wasn't really sure what to pick. So I made a build sort of similar to Kha'Zix. But I realized very quickly that it's not as... it doesn't work as well as with Kha'Zix, I guess. Rengar does require a different build, and one of the recommended items is Brutalizer that you can later on build into Yomu's Ghostblade, which I should have done actually, but for whatever reason I didn't. So the build I have for this game, you can see I was going for the Guardian Angel, I had a Sanguine Blade, I had a Last Whisper, and the Bone Tooth Necklace. I had no complaint about the Last Whisper. Last Whisper, I believe, and look at this, closing his exit completely. I'm sorry, Gangplank, you're going nowhere. Oh, look at that. He almost killed me, actually. Damn. Last Whisper, I believe, is a great tool for an assassin. I love it on Kha'Zix, I love it on Rengar, and I love it on every time I try to do an AD carry. So it's a very good item. Sanguine Blade, I'm not sure about Sanguine Blade. I didn't see the benefits from Sanguine Blade in this game. Perhaps it's because I didn't go with attack speed. It just didn't feel like it was being useful. It did. I did give me a lot of survivability in some fights, but overall it was kind of like there. It was just like, meh, you just don't feel it. Guardian Angel, good item, and again, going into the bush and defending the point like a boss. Gangplank tries to flash away, but I'm in the bushes, baby. Now, if he would have gone top, he could have probably made it. Maybe, I don't know, Ghost or something. But instead, he decides to go in the bush, thinking he was gonna juke me. But I'm Rengar, I can jump. Just don't try to run away. You'll just die tired. And Lux, where are you going, Lux? Oh, going to the bush once again, activate my passive, and just like that, she's gone. Oh, Jax wants a piece of this too. That ultimate is not gonna help you, Jax. Great job on Fulgor, by the way. I gotta give him props because the whole time he was playing Singe the way he was meant to be, just preventing targets, getting in front of them, really going after them. And Israel should have gone to the spawn. Israel should have not stayed here. So as a result, I believe we're gonna clean up. We clean up Evelyn. I immediately go for Gangplank. However, I am taking turret shots, so I believe I do go down. Yeah, I go down by Gangplank. However, we do, and oh no, we don't. Actually, we did not come out on top of that fight. However, we did try to capture the point, and I guess that's what counts. So it's a shame, but overall, we succeeded. The whole point is we won. All right. So Rengar, great assassin, very similar to Kha'Zix, but not so much. Well, if you like the video, like the video. If you didn't like the video, then I don't know, man. Just go watch another video. Jesus Christ.